Hey you guys, thank you so much for being here today. If you're wondering where I am finally back in Texas. I'm actually in my mom's vanity area. There is so much light here, so I thought it would be the perfect area to do this webinar. I know it's very trying when a webinar or a meeting is longer than it needs to be, so let's jump right into it. My name is Muntaha. You might know me as Hello Moonty on Instagram, where I share all my travel adventures, or you might know me as the faceless force behind SensibleMoves.com, which is my personal finance blog. Before I became a full-time blogger, content creator, and micro-influencer, I was a portfolio analyst / portfolio manager at large banks, and I was also a graduate student completing my master's in finance. After I completed my master's in finance, I realized that I wanted increased personal freedom and kind of wanted to see the world. So I started thinking about ways to generate income from my laptop, and that's how I fell into blogging, influencing, and content creating. So as I've been doing this, the question that I get asked the most is, how do bloggers, influencers, and content creators make money? And the reason I think I get asked this a lot is because a lot of people are curious to know how they can get a piece of the pie. They see an average Joe like me monetizing their social media, and then they wonder, or they think that, if this girl can do it, I can probably do it. And I want to be one of the first to tell you that yes, you can absolutely do it. Anybody can monetize their social media. However, in a saturated market like the one we're in now, you have to take a very methodical and calculated approach. You can't really just pray and spray like people used to. What I mean to say by pray and spray is just when people just spray a bunch of content out on their blogs and Instagram and they hope that they just miraculously figure out how to monetize it. That's usually not how it works. You have to take certain steps to actually make money on social media. That being said, on September 15th on my blog, SensibleMoves.com, I'm going to be releasing a course that is going to walk my students step by step on what they need to do in order to monetize their social media and their blog. It's for anybody who is an aspiring blogger or already is a blogger, or anybody that just wants to learn how to make money with social media. It's very comprehensive. We'll walk through everything from how to land your first brand deal and how to monetize your blog. It's going to cover all the bases. It starts September 15th. There is a link below to check out the page that my course you'll be using to access my course. And for anybody watching this webinar, there's also a coupon code that is expiring a week from today, and it gives you $400 off the course. Basically, I'm going to be selling the course for $597 starting September 15th, but I wanted to give the coupon code to my followers to use kind of just like as a thank you. So after the coupon code expires, I never again will bring it back down to $197 because, like I said, it's a very comprehensive and thorough course. That being said, that is not the point of this webinar. The point of the webinar is to answer the question, how do bloggers, influencers, and content creators make money? Well, bloggers, influencers, and content creators make money in 4 different ways because of one really big why. And you need to understand that why in order to understand the 4 ways that they make money. The why is because they have an audience that they can turn into traffic to websites and sales pages for products. So let's say you're a brand and you have the world's best product. If you put it out there on the internet or on social media and you don't have any traffic or anyone actually visiting the sales page for these products, you're not going to make any money. On the other hand, you could have the world's worst product, and let's say you're able to generate 100,000 people or that much traffic coming to your website. You're eventually going to make sales because of probability and the way the universe works. Someone is going to end up buying the world's worst product. Having traffic is the key to making sales. Having a lot of traffic is the key to being a successful brand. Brands know that, and that's why they run ad campaigns. The problem is Paid ad campaigns for traffic can be really expensive, and sometimes they're not as targeted, or when they do become targeted, it's because the company has already spent a lot of money raising brand awareness and figuring out how to target their audience. Sometimes it's just cheaper to go to a social media star and use their targeted audience to get clicks to their own website. So the reason social media stars make so much money is because they know how to turn their following into website traffic, where they can direct their audience to a place where their audience can put in their credit card information and actually spend money. That brings me to the first and most powerful way social media stars make money. And it's not the first thing that comes to mind because it's honestly not the most glamorous. And that is through affiliate sales, also known as affiliate marketing. So I know you guys have seen this before. It's that fitness influencer posting a picture with skinny tea and saying, use code SkinnyBitch10 to get 10% off the skinny tea. And what happens is someone will click on their link, buy the skinny tea using that code, and the social media star will get a commission for making that sale. They're literally like a salesperson. However, what you guys don't know, and I'm gonna drop a little bit of knowledge on you guys, is a lot of times bloggers, influencers, and content creators are making money through affiliate marketing whether or not you buy the product that they're pushing onto you. So let's take, for example, Amazon. Let's say I decide I want to sell you this nail clipper, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the best nail clipper in the world, go check it out on Amazon. And you go to Amazon and you decide, okay, I don't even want to buy this nail clipper, but while you're there, you end up buying these dumbbells that you needed, or any other product that you kind of just maybe needed a refill on, or needed for school or work or life. The social media star, blogger, influencer, content creator, whatever you want to call it, that got you to that website is going to be making a percentage off your sales, regardless of whether or not you buy what they told you to buy. Just because they got you to the website, they are going to make money off what you buy. In the case of Amazon, in the 24 hours since you first click on an affiliate link that an influencer, blogger, or content creator directed you towards, in those 24 hours, if you come back to Amazon and you haven't clicked on any other affiliate link, they're going to make money from whatever money that you spend on Amazon. Now think about how powerful this can be for bloggers and influencers that have tons of affiliate links out there at one time that also have tons of traffic. For instance, my social media page only has 17,000 followers. That's not a lot, but it also happens to have 200,000 monthly impressions. That means I have 200,000 chances for people to click a link that's in my bio or to watch one of my stories and swipe up. Well, not literally, not 200,000 people are watching my story, but what I mean is, like, I have chances to attract people to my story and to my bio and to whatever link I have. And the same goes for my blog. And when you have a bunch of links out there and you're making money regardless if people are buying what you are telling them to buy, all of a sudden money starts coming in. Take, for instance, my personal finance blog. I have a article on there on talking to your spouse about money, and it's one of my most popular articles. I have my blog set up in a way that if there is a link that can be made, an affiliate link, it automatically gets made, and I don't have to do it manually. So the program that does this accidentally linked one of the words in my article, which was sheets. I made a joke on my article about talking to your spouse about money, and it said, grab your partner and have some fun in the sheets, the spreadsheets that is. But the program took the word sheets and turned it into an affiliate link for bed sheets on overstock.com. And just because I'm driving a lot of traffic to that article, someone out there clicked on that sheets affiliate link and ended up buying something on overstock.com, and I ended up getting paid. So it can be the most random things. The reason I'm telling you this example is because I want you to understand why this is so powerful for people who have website traffic or who have social media traffic. As long as you have traffic, a certain percentage of that traffic is going to end up clicking on your link, and a certain percentage of the people that click on your link are going to end up making a purchase, and you're going to make commission off of it. So the move there is to just make sure you have a lot of links in a lot of different places so you can always be making money. The second way bloggers and influencers and content creators make money is by leveling up and becoming what I call Bloggers 2.0. So the reason I call this Bloggers 2.0 is because what happens is a social media star sees that they have the ability to get their audience and direct that audience to a website where they're spending money and make commission. And all of a sudden, the social media star realizes rather than getting commission and getting a small portion of the sale, I could get 100% of the sale. And all I have to do that is sell one of my own products. And I know you guys see this a lot, especially right now. It's very trending to sell presets in your bio, Lightroom presets. And I'm sure you guys see influencers say, check the link in my bio and buy my Lightroom presets. And you click on the link in their bio and they're selling these $15 filters, and you're like, why is this person doing this? Well, because they know that they have a lot of people coming to their Instagram page, and that sooner or later a certain percentage of them is going to click on that link, and some small percentage of them might end up buying that $15 preset. But rather than getting a small commission on that $15, they're going to make that entire $15. And because they have a lot of traffic that's constantly going to be happening, and it's going to be passive income for them because they don't really have to put in work to generate traffic anymore, and they don't really have to put in work to make those presets. It's an evergreen product that keeps selling even though you only have to make it once. So the reason I also call it Blogger 2.0 is because after a blogger or influencer has been doing what they're doing for a while, sometimes they will, rather than just selling something like a preset, launch a full-blown business and start driving their traffic to their business, because they'll start selling jewelry or start selling swimsuits or start selling clothing, or I've seen photographers sell photography classes. Really the options are endless. But the key takeaway here is that you realize that you have an audience, and what you need to do is get your audience to a place where they can put in their credit card information and spend money. So social media stars make money because they can convince other people to spend money. So now you are making money through affiliate sales. Perhaps you're making money through your own product. May that be, like, if that is a preset, or maybe that's your own company. You combine that, and now you're kind of like making some money. Then you combine it with the third way bloggers, influencers, and content creators make money, and that is sponsored posts and brand collaborations. So I just want to clear it up that there is no reason why someone who just starts monetizing their social media, there's no reason why that individual should rely on sponsored posts and brand collaborations to pay their bills or to be their bread and butter. Sponsored posts and brand collaborations are like the icing on top of the cake. They're not the cake itself unless you are someone with 1 million followers, a Kardashian, or someone who has been doing this for a really long time. When I first started out doing this a year ago, I was making $0 sometimes for sponsored content and brand collabs, because I was so fixated on just building my resume and getting my media, like making my media kit better and having more brands on my media kit. Now, a year later, I'm in a place where I can confidently say, okay, it's the month of August, and in the month of August, I'll make in the thousands for my sponsored content. However, I would still, even at a place where I'm making in the thousands for my sponsored content, never, ever, ever rely on that to pay my bills. And let me explain why. Because you don't know when you're going to get paid. You're not necessarily sure how long it's going to take, if the brand is going to change their mind or change the date on when they want to run the campaign. There's so many different moving parts, and you're working with a big brand, and you don't know how often you're going to get the opportunity to secure a brand deal. There's just so much that's up in the air that it's just something that when it happens, you are like, yay, I'm glad this happens, but it's not what I was counting on to like make my student loan payment or anything like that. For instance, I'm thinking about taking advantage of an opportunity with this clothing company in Australia and creating content for them and doing like a brand collab. However, the first thing I would have to do is send them mock content, and then they would send me the clothing, then I would create more content, then we'd kind of have a back and forth, and we might negotiate. They might not like something, I might create more content, then they'll approve it, they'll tell me the date they wanted to go live, and then finally it'll go live and then I'll get paid. That entire process could be more than a month. So obviously, while all of that is happening, I don't want to be sitting there waiting for that money. Like, it's not what you should rely on as a blogger or influencer or content creator. It's just something additional to combine with your other revenue streams. That being said, there are times that things happen really quickly. I have had brand collabs that are completed start to finish in 72 hours. It really just depends. And now that we're on the topic of brands, we can also move towards the last and final way influencers and content creators and bloggers make money and that is by creating content. They become content creators. Before I started doing all this, I thought being a content creator was just like something that influencers wrote in their bio, and lo and behold, it's actually a job and it's a real way to make money. So what is being a content creator? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. You create content for brands. What happens is sometimes brands will have content-only campaigns, which means that they need normal people using their products and they need pictures of it. So if a brand was to do this without influencers, what would happen is that they would have to hire photographers, makeup artists, models, people to edit the photo and create just pictures that they can use in their advertising or on their websites. Instead of doing all that, now brands can just reach out to influencers and say, we're doing a content-only campaign and we need pictures of people using our product. And influencers and content creators and bloggers have a real skill. They learn how to use a camera, they learn how to work lighting, they learn how to edit photos, they learn how to stage photos in a really pretty way. So they're able to create really good quality content for brands that brands actually want to buy. And what that has now turned into is that there are a lot of content-only campaigns out there right now because brands see that this is something influencers are capable of doing really well. And this is something that your followers never see. It's something that you just sell to the brand, and it's pictures or videos you sell to the brand, and the brand can use it however they like, but it never shows up on your personal blog or Instagram page. For instance, when I was in Albania, I did a content-only campaign for a personal finance app that helped people manage their bank account. I sold content to them, and it was about me. It was me talking about the product and using the product, but none of my followers saw it, and it didn't end up on my blog, and it didn't end up on my Instagram. No one knew what was going on. The only purpose of that was to sell the rights of that video to the brand. And that's another and the final way that bloggers, influencers, and content creators make money. So now you have the affiliate sales, you have sometimes those who sell their own products, you have sponsored posts and brand deals, and you have content-only campaigns. You put it all together, and all of a sudden you have multiple revenue streams that, if you're doing everything correctly, can eventually, over some time, turn into a full-time income. And that's how we make money.
And that is it, you guys. I hope you learned a lot. If this is something you are interested in learning how to do step by step, or if you are interested in making money this way, make sure you check out my course at brand.sensiblemoves.com and use the coupon code MOTIVATED400 if you want to get $400 off. That's it. Signing off. Bye.